What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Rogue Tuesday, and today we're having some fun, and we are playing an Aegislash Forretress deck. Now, when I went over the review of Breakpoint, a lot of people said, "Hey, Squeaky, you passed over Aegislash." Well, if I would point out what Aegislash did, I would have told the secret deck, or the secret Rogue Tuesday deck, that I didn't want to talk about until I actually made the video. And let's go over Aegislash, and I'll tell you exactly what it does and why I skipped over it. So Aegislash has 140 HP, and it has the attack Painful Sword. It doubles the number of damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Now you might be saying, alright, so it doubles the number, so if they have 20, it does 20, bring it up to 40. If they have 50, it does 50 more, brings it up to 100. And it might not seem like a stack rate of attack, but I promise, once you start stacking the damage on it, you can do 10, the 10 brings it to 20, then 20 brings it to 40, then 40 to 80, 80 to 160. You can see how the numbers start working out, and you can take all your knockouts in one turn with Aegislash, which is very cool. It has Megaton Slash, but don't worry about it, it's not that great of a card. I like how when you put the mouse over the holographics, it moves the holographics. It's pretty cool. So we're playing a 4-3-4 Aegislash line. Now this Honedge is actually probably the best one because it has the Metal Sound attack. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused, so now they have to debate about attacking. Do they attack? And if they flip tails, they do 30 damage to themselves, and your Honedge does not get hurt, which is great. And you play this Dual Blade because of False Swipe. Flip a coin if heads, put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. And the next turn you can put down a Fortress and knock it out. So, Aegislash, you need to have damage counters on your opponent's side of the field, and that is the key thing. So we're playing a Fortress. We've seen this multiple times in the deck. This is probably one of my favorite abilities. Tempest. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put one damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. And that's how we're going to put damage on our opponent's side of the field, and then start using Aegislash attack, Painful Sword, to start manipulating the damage that way. And it's a very, very cool concept. You have a 4-3 Fortress line. It's kind of weird because we need cut spaces for some stuff. So you have a 4-3. If you put 3 Fortress down one turn, that's 30 everywhere, and then you can double that with Aegislash, doing 60, bringing everything up to 60 everywhere, which is great. And you can see how this stuff starts stacking. We do play 2 Shaybays to help set up to draw 6 cards in your hand, and this is all the Pokemon in your deck. There's a lot of different Pokemon you could play with Aegislash, but this is what we're playing today. We're playing 2 Love Balls, search deck for a Pokemon 90 HP or less, reveal it and put it in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Dual Blade has 80, Honedge has 60, Pinecone has 60 as well. We play 2 Rare Candy because you do play a 4-3-4 Aegislash line, so you could Rare Candy straight into an Aegislash. Now, we don't play it as heavy Rare Candy line because you basically, you have to wait. Turn 2, you really can't Thorn Tempest for that much damage, but if you do get it, that's great. You could start hitting over for 10, maybe 20, but usually late game is when you're using the Rare Candies. 1 Sacred Edge, shuffle 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. 4 Super Scoop Up, and this is what makes Fortress so great. Flip a coin if heads, put 1 Pokemon, all cards attached to it, into your hand. So if you flip heads, you can pick up Fortress and put it back down, put 10 everywhere, and then maybe flip heads, and then that turn you have 2 Fortress ready to go. It's really, really cool concept with Super Scoop Up and the Fortress. 4 Trainer Spell just for consistency. 3 Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards from your hand, search deck for Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. 4 VS Seeker, put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. 1 AZ, put 1 of your Pokemon into your hand. You can pick up a whole Fortress line. You can pick up a Shaman. That's the main things you're going to pick up for sure. Basically, AZ is to help reuse Fortress when Super Scoop Up flips tails. 3 Bridget, and this is kind of like your heart of the deck. Search the deck for 1 basic Pokemon or 3 basic Pokemon, except for Pokemon EX, and put them onto your bench. And with this way, you're going to search for multiple Fortresses and multiple Honedge. It depends what you start with, but you definitely want to have like 2 Fortress and 2 Honedges on the bench, or 2 Pinecones and 2 Honedge on the bench. Turn 1, which is great. 2 Birch, flip a coin if heads, draw 7. If tails, draw 4. 4 Sycamore, discard your hand, draw 7 cards. 4 Dimension Valley. If you look at Painful Sword, it does need 3 energies, and with the Dimension Valley, it makes it where your Psychic Pokemon need 1 less energy to attack. So that way, all it needs is a DCE to actually attack. So we play 4 DC and 2 Metal, and like I said, the Metal is for the Metal sound to confuse your active Pokemon, which is great. And yeah, that's the deck. I have had a lot of fun with it. I've been playing it for a little while. If you notice, I don't have the full art cards in here because I made the deck before I actually have the full arts. You see, we can go to AZ. There's an AZ. VS Seeker's in here as well. When I made the deck, I didn't have any of these gold cards. I've been playing it for a long time, trying to make this deck really, really good, and I think this is the best I could make it. At one point, I did have Rocky Helmets in here, and I'll show you what that does to make these kind of interesting. Let's see, Rocky Helmets. Sorry, it was Burst Balloon. Yeah, Burst Balloon. Come on, Burst Balloon. So, Burst Balloon, if this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of your opponent's turn. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is on your opponent's... If the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if the Pokemon is knocked out, put 6 damage counters on that attacking Pokemon. And that's great because then you can use Painful Sword to do even more damage. And then at one point I had Rocky Helmet, and I'll show you what that does. Wait, is Rocky Helmet not... Okay, maybe it was just Burst Balloon. Is Rocky Helmet expanded? Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, Rocky Helmet's expanded. Sorry about that. But Burst Balloon, I know for sure I had in here. I guess I was trying to think of other... I had another item card. Maybe it was a Lucky Helmet. Yeah, it must have been Lucky Helmet. I couldn't remember what helmet card it was. I think it was Lucky Helmet to help for consistency. Yeah, so it must have been Lucky Helmet, not Rocky Helmet. Sorry. Whenever this Pokemon is attached to, your active Pokemon is damaged by an attack, draw 2 cards, and that was to help you draw cards. I didn't like either one. The Burst Balloon, your opponent can just license it around, and it doesn't really have an effect, and so that is one problem, or they just don't attack you. And, you know, Aegislash is so much of a tanky Pokemon, he's not going to get one-shotted unless you're playing against a Dark deck, so that does make things interesting. You could try it out with Burst Balloon, let me know how it goes. Like I said, I didn't have that much success with it, especially since you have to draw into it for that one turn and then play it down, and it just didn't work out that great for me. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, you're putting against Ecaliaf, playing a Psychic Color, so let's see, what are we playing against? Hopefully it's not Wobbuffet Crobat. If we play against that, there's really no way we can win, because we can't really activate the Forretress, but we do get to go first. That is a good sign, but let's see, what is Eka playing against us? Oh, we have no basic Pokemon. Oh no, Enhanced Hammer, Crush Hammer, Delinquent Psychic Energies. This can't be good. Oh no! Okay, okay. This might be a little bit hard of a matchup, but we'll see what we're playing against. Okay, we get a... Okay, so we have a good turn 1. We get a Honedge, we get a Pinecone, and we really don't want to put down the DCs or Dimension Valley until we are guaranteed an attack because we know they play Delinquent. Oh no, there's a Phantom. This might make it hard, but we're going to Love Ball, and we will grab another Pinecone. Luckily, our opponent really can't attack us turn 1. We'll put down Pinecone. We will Trainer's Mill. Look at the top 4 cards of our deck. We will grab a... We even grab the Ultra Ball. We can Ultra... Yeah, we're going to Ultra Ball, discard the Birch and the Super Scoop Up. Because trainer cards... Well, it depends what kind of Trevenant they're playing. That's the big question. But we're going to grab a Shaman EX. Alrighty. And we're looking for a VS Seeker and a Bridget. That'll be 2 good cards to get. So is Shebe. Drawn 4 cards, yes. And you're not gonna notice. You notice I'm not gonna put these 2 guys down. We will Super Scoop Up, trying to pick up that Shebe. Heads. All right, I guess we will put down the Dimension Valley, put down the DCE, and we will Shaman. Drawing 3. Yes, come on, Bridget and a VS Seeker. All right, so we got the Bridget, but we did whiff the VS Seeker. We'll grab a Honedge, a Pinecone. Okay, so put those guys down. And we will pass. Alright, on to our opponent's turn. Hopefully he's not playing the XY Phantom, because if he is, we should have level balled. Why did we not level ball? We should have level balled to get a Doublade. We see a Enhanced Hammer discard of the DCE. We see a Muscle Bait going to the active. See a Shebe coming down and draw 2. The question is, which Trevenant is he playing? He does have Astonish. Okay. Which is kind of bad. We see a Judge, going to put both of us at 4 cards, which is good because our hand's not the greatest. Alrighty, let's see, what do we get off the 4? We get a Hon Edge, we get a, okay, so we have a good hand. We see a Psychic Energy going to the active, and we'll see an Astonish, and let's see what Phantom or Trevenant is he playing. That's the big question. And it is the, okay, it's a Nervous Seed. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, the attacks of your basic Pokemon cost 1 more. So he's not playing the item locking one, which is great. We will put down the Doublade, and we will just Sycamore, discard our hand. Draw 7 new cards. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so we get a Level Ball. We can get out a another Doublade. Okay. Put a Doublade down, and we can Ultra Ball. And we're going to discard a Bridget and a Shaman. And we're going to get down a Forretress and start hitting everybody for 10 damage. That seems great. So 10 damage coming down to everybody. Alrighty. And we will end, yeah, we'll put 1 damage kind of everywhere. And you might notice we could have grabbed an Aegislash, but it would have did 0 damage. How much does it do? 7, 8, 9, minus 20. Okay, so we should be okay. 9, 8, 7. Yeah, we should be able to withstand this Trevenant if it does attack us. For the, oh no, does 10 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. But we have no energy attached to it. We see a Max Potion. Healing 10 off the Shaman. Boo. Sycamore going to discard that hand. Drawn 7 new cards. Alrighty, hopefully we'll put down some more Pokemon. That way, if we get a Fortress down, we can start doing more damage. And there's a Shaman discarding a Geovati Scheme and a Dimension Valley as well. And there's a Trevenant Break coming down. Alrighty, will he go for a Silent Fear or a Energy Press? There's another Phantom coming down. And will he do, yeah, he's going to do Silent Fear, doing 30 everywhere. Alrighty. So we're kind of playing like a weird war. We'll put a DC on the active, and we will, Professor Birch, come on Birch, don't let us down. Oh no, Tails, only 4 cards. Alright, well we get a Hone Edge. We get a Trainer's Mail. Let's see if we get off the Trainer's Mail. We get a Sycamore, that's great. We will play the Trainer's Mail again. Let's see what we can get off it. A Super Scoop Up. And hopefully we can get Super Scoop Up, pick up this Fortress, and hit everybody for 10. Come on, Super Scoop Up. Heads. We can pick up a Fortress. Put down a Pinecone. Put down a Fortress. Do 10 everywhere. Alrighty. Yes. And then we will, okay, we'll Painful Sword for 40, 20, and 20. Or 40, 10, 10, sorry. Bring it up to 40, 20, 20. Okay, on to our opponent's turn. Let's see, next turn we can do 80. We can do 20 and 20. So we're going to slowly start building up damage. Still not in the best position right now. We do have 1 DC in the discard pile and 1 in the active spot. We just got to hope. Let's see, if he uses the Energy Press, it will knock us out. There's a Crush Hammer discarding a DCE. So he might actually go for a another 30 everywhere. That might seem like the correct play. We see a Sycamore going to discard the hand, draw 7 new cards. Oh no, he's going to knock out this Pinecone. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so we see a Phantom come down and Energy go down to it. We see a Shaman draw 2 cards. Alrighty, let's see. Will he go for 30 everywhere, or will he try to do... Well, it doesn't knock us out. So Silent Fear doing 30 everywhere. Okay, he'll take a knockout there. Taking a prize card, going down to 5. On to our turn. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we can put down a Hone Edge, and we will Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. And what do we get off it? We get a Super Scoop Up, trying to pick up Fortress. Heads, that's good to know. Pick up that guy, put down a Pinecone, put down a Fortress, do a 10 everywhere. Yes, and we need an Ultra Ball. So that way we can put it on this guy. We can evolve this guy. Alright, so Trainer's Mail, can we get an Ultra Ball? And we whiffed it. We'll grab a Sacred Dash for next turn. We can shuffle some Pokemon back into our deck. Put a DC on the active. And we will Painful Sword, doing 50, 30, 30, 10, 10. So we take a knockout, going down to 5. We get another Pinecone. Alrighty, and next turn we can do another 10 damage. Oh yeah, we can knock out Shaman regardless. If we can put 10 damage here, we can knock it out. We see a Wally. Gonna get out Trevenant. Never mind. That plan's not gonna work. But next turn, we can take 3 prize cards if he doesn't use Trevenant's, the regular Trevenant's attack. But Energy Press, so he is gonna go for a knockout, okay? Doing 110 damage. The question is, do we have any more DCs left in our deck? And he does have the Trainer Lock and Trevenant up now. So set up the Dual Blade onto our turn. We get a rare candy. We'll Sacred Dash. Putting back an Aegislash. Doublade, and a Honedge. And a Shaman. Yep, we'll get those guys down. And let's see. What should we do? Okay, so there's 3 DCs in the discard pile. There's 1, 2, 3. The question is the last one prized or not? And if it is, are we in trouble or not? We're going to put down the Pinecone, and we're going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. And let's see, do we have the DCE? And we do have the DCE, so put that guy down. We will put down a Dual Blade, and we'll put a DC on the active, and we will Painful Sword. Alright, so we'll take 3 prize cards, going down to 2. The question is, how can we finish the game? 1. Okay, and then Shaman gets knocked out. So 2 and 3. Alrighty, so we're taking 3 prize cards. But let's see, what can our opponent do next turn instead of Trevenant? Now, he could Tree Slam us. It will knock us out for sure. We see a Super Rod. Okay. Let's see, how many Metal Energies are we down? 1. Okay. We see some Trevenants being shoved back in. Trevenant break. And we win the game or not. We see a VS Seeker, and let's see what he decides to get out. Maybe he'll Lysander somebody up. Nope, Wally. Okay, so he's getting the breakout. Maybe he'll do 30 everywhere. Let's see what he decides to do. Hopefully he'll do 30 everywhere. If he does, then we'll be okay. So Trevenant comes down. Alright, will he do 30 everywhere? Crushing Hammer! Tails? Alright, let's see what attack he goes for. Let's see, which one will he do? Will he do 30 everywhere, or will he knock us out with a Tree Slam? And Silent Fear, so he's going to do 30, 30, and I think we can win this turn. So in our turn, we will put down a Fortress. Doing 10 everywhere, yes. Then we will AZ, pick up Fortress. And then we can put back down the Fortress, do a 10 to that Shaman, and then we can Painful Sword for the knockout. There we go, 10 and 10, and we will Painful Sword. It should knock out this Shaman, taking the game, and there we go. We beat the Trevenant Break Shaman deck with our Aegislash Forretress deck. There we go. Alrighty, that was pretty exciting. I didn't think we'd be able to beat that deck for sure. But we'll see one more game with the deck here in a second, since that one was only 10 minutes long. And of course, I want to play more with this deck. It is, sorry about that. It is exciting. Oh, there we get some. Trying to get the 50 matches. But there you go. We'll see one more game with the Aegislash Forretress deck, and let's see what happens in the next one. Alright, we're playing against Starmie Girl, playing a colors water deck. It's some kind of water deck. Hopefully it's not Seismitoad. We won the coin flip. There we go. That's what I like to see. And let's see, what are we playing against? Yes, we would like to go first. And let's start it off. Okay. Alright, so we get a mulligan. They're going to see her Aegislash and wonder what's going on. Alright, so he gets they get 2 Pokemon down. And we get no basic Pokemon. Let's see. I wonder what we are playing. It's a Psychic and a Water and Colors. We get a Honedge. Wow, we have a good turn 1. Put those guys down. Okay. And let's see. What are we playing against? They must have another Pokemon in their hand. There's a Miltank and a Manaphy. Alrighty. Okay. So we're going to bridge it. And with the bridge it, we can get a Pinecone. We could grab a Shaman, and then we could Super Scoop it to pick it back up. But I'm going to go with a Pinecone and a Honedge just for those two. We'll save 1 spot for Shebe, and we'll end our turn. If we can top deck an Ultra Ball and or an Aegislash, we'll be A-okay. We see a Water Energy going to the active. We see a Muscle Band. We see a Shaman drawing 2. Now, this Manaphy is kind of scary because it has Mineral Pump. It does 60 and heal 30 damage from each of your bench Pokemon. We see a Dive Ball getting out of Froakie. Alright, so it looks like it might be a Greninja deck. We see a Froakie coming down, and we see a Power Friends for 30. And to our turn, can we top deck an Ultra Ball? And yes, we get the Ultra Ball, so we discard a Super Scoop Up and a VS Seeker. We will grab a Aegislash. Alrighty, so things are looking up right now. We will Rare Candy into the Aegislash. And we'll Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. What can we get off the Sycamore? Alrighty, we get a Love Ball. And with this, we can get a Honedge. Or Doublade, sorry. Getting a Doublade. We will Trainer's Mail. Let's see if we can get off the Trainer's Mail. Come on, something good. VS Seeker, we'll press no. We'll put down Dimension Valley. We'll play an Ultra Ball, discard a Sycamore and a VS Seeker. And we're looking for a DC and a Fortress off of this Shaman for 5. Come on, Shebe. Don't let us down. The world is counting on you. Come on, DCE and Fortress. Okay, well, oh, we got it. What am I talking about? Well, Ultra Ball, discard a Sycamore and a Pinecone. We will get out a Fortress. There we go. So that's the turn 2 I am talking about. So, put down the Fortress, and we will, we'll do 10 everywhere. Are you kidding me, Pokemon? Alright, so 10 everywhere. There we go. We're starting the party, and we will Painful Sword, doing 10 everywhere. Okay, so everybody's up to 20 HP. We could get down to the Fortress next turn. The only thing that's kind of bad is we don't have another spot for our Pinecone. And we see an Enhanced Hammer come down, discarding the DCE. We see Pal Friends doing 30 damage. My opponent doesn't have a supporter card yet. We'll put down to the Dual Blade. We will VS Seeker for a Sycamore. And we're looking for another DCE. Can we get it or not? Let's see what happens. Sycamore, go discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. There's another DC and a Fortress. So put down the Fortress. Do a 10 everywhere. Yep. So we're having a great turn. Like, this is like the best turn you could have. We'll Trainer's Mail. Let's see if we get out the Trainer's Mail. AZ, that seems good. Next turn we can pick up a Fortress. We'll put a DC on the active. And we will Painful Sword, doing 30, 30, 30, and knocking out this Froakie. There we go. So going down to 5 prize cards. What will my opponent top deck? And we get a Super Scoop Up as well. Alright. So let's see. Do they have another Enhanced Hammer? There's a Judge, so both of us go down to 4 prize cards. Okay. Alright, so let's see. 60 and 50 HP. So we can knock out the Shaman next turn. Too bad Manaphy only has 120 HP. We see a Trainer's Mail. Oh no! Grabbing the Rough Seas. They can bump our Dimension Value, which is not good. Okay. And we might just see another Powerful Friends. And we see Warden's going to Manaphy. And we see Powerful Friends. Okay. So we're looking good. On to our turn. We will put down the Aegislash. And we will put a DC. I'll put a DC on the active. And we'll Painful Sword. Doing, let's see. I don't know how much that is. 60, 60, and something. Drawing 3 prize cards. I couldn't tell. It was too close to my eyes. Shaman gets knocked out. We'll go down 2 prize cards. And let's see. What will my opponent have? Next turn, let's see. They go down to 30 HP. Okay, so this could become a weird situation now. We see a Warden's going to take active. We'll see a Mineral Pump knocking us out. Okay. So, we'll send up the good old Dual Blade. Okay, or Aegislash, sorry. We get a Birch, so put down an Aegislash. Let's see, how many do we have in discard pile? 1, 2, 3. So this is our last DCE. That's not good. I'll put a DCE, and we're just going to Sycamore. YOLO, we need something good off of this. Alright, so get a Dimension Valley. Okay. We can put down a Pinecone. We can play Super Scoop Up, trying to pick up a Fortress. Tails. Alright, and we're going to Painful Sword for 60. And do they have another Rough Seas or not? That's the big question. Let's see. Do they have a second Rough Seas? And nope, just a Mineral Pump for 60. And next turn we can knock out this Manaphy. We'll, oh, there we go. There we go. Taking the win against the, Miltank, Greninja, Manaphy deck. But there we go. We see 2 games with the Aegislash Forretress deck. I know the game 2 wasn't that great, but we had such a good start. I don't think it mattered what deck we played against. Like, we would have been A-okay. The only thing that kind of messed us up was the Enhanced Hammer and the Rough Seas. Like, Rough Seas decks definitely just, like destroyed this deck. It's definitely, it doesn't destroy it because we play 4 Dimension Valleys, but it definitely makes it hard. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something new about the Aegislash Forretress deck. It is a lot of fun. It's just going to be a fun deck. I can't see it being that competitive. There's a lot of stuff that just beat it. But thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching once again. Don't know why I said that twice. Alright, have a great day. Alrighty, bye.